people, let's get in. Let's get physical. I'm going to sit on the floor in the kitchen and fold them, listening to a podcast, drinking coffee, all at the same time. In today's episode, how do you do? So today, Wednesday, nothing really planned. And, well, that's the way it is in Corona land. You have nothing planned. But what am I going to do? I'm going to continue cleaning out the kitchen. I will be doing some cooking. But first, I will be recycling some paper. So join me as I recycle paper. People, so now this continues. The cleaning, the tidying, the styling of my kitchen. As you can see, it is sort of clean. It's just that nothing really has a place. Well, most things. I mean, those obviously goes there quite nicely. But, I mean, tonic, should it really be there? I don't know. And this. In a couple of days, 3 gay men will be sitting here eating. So I better, start. You're wondering what I'm doing now in the kitchen? I am tending to the plants. This is mint, oregano, and I've been sort of cutting them down and turning them, and it's quite the mess. And note this, I've been doing this on the balcony, and this is just when I brought the pots out of their, but when I brought them out. So people, the cleanup continues, but it's time for lunch and some great YouTube videos while I'm eating. This is the calops. So people, having had my fantastically late lunch, it's now time to go to the recycling centre with, let's see here, plastic, cardboard, and stuff. So join me as I take a walkabout. Oh. So this is what I'm going to take. Plastic, paper, and they're not really full, but there were annoyingly much in them. And this is going to go in the trash. These are that Ulf gave me. These are shelves for the fridge, and I've got too much. So I'm throwing them in the trash. No, I'm not throwing them in the trash. I'm recycling them. There's a difference. So my recycling centre is only a few blocks away. But some people in this city have sort of... I know Mangs hasn't got any recycling centre near him. He has to sort of wait till they put up temporarily recycling centres. Madness. Okay, people, here we go. Hopefully it won't be a mess, because sometimes... Clean and nice. And this is for batteries, and I finally remembered to bring my battery. So this is a couple of years worth of batteries. This one goes to the paper. Now let's see plastic. Lost the whole bag. Here goes carton. These are metal. And this is wood. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? I am. Let's go on, people. I'm being such a good boy, I think I'm worth a Fika, right? Yes, Fika, definitely. Usually when I have coffee in the morning, I don't care. I just need the caffeine, not the nicotine. I need the caffeine. But when I'm having coffee in the afternoon at home, most of the time I try to be sort of a little more luxurious, which is I grind my own coffee beans. This was 50% off, that's why I bought it. And this is a coffee grinder that I bought in the second-hand shop. So, beans goes into that. I can't show you now. Well, I can. So, 1, 2, 3. I think that's about for a big cup of coffee. And then, as you can see here, have you ever seen one of those? Well, I've got one that is electric. Also bought in a second-hand shop. Oh, got the wrong cord. So you just place it on this. So, water up to some kind of mark somewhere is there. And then put that on that. And then put the weight there. And here's my sort of trick. I've got one of those. So much easier, no mess. Because usually there will be coffee grinds all over. Now you just go, fantastic, right? Then you just turn this on and wait for it to boil. While I'm waiting for that to heat up, I want to show you my collection of, that I found now going through my kitchen. Coriander, 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 all the makes that there is. And the thing is, I don't use coriander that much, not dried coriander. And I think every time there's a recipe calls for coriander, I think I'm buying a new sort of batch. This is every make there is. I can't think of any other make. Fantastic, right? And people, one thing that I desperately want you to learn is how to properly fold an Ikea bag. This is the Pride edition, but it goes the same. So most of us just sort of crumble them up, but they take so much more space. This is how small it's supposed to be. So you just, well, this one you can just sort of follow it. But if you keep folding in the right, it'll turn out that way. I mean, it's practically going to fold itself as long as you don't crumble it up. So a question from someone how this works. Well, you put hot water down here and this thing heats it up and the water goes up. I think it sort of turns into steam, and somewhere here is that capsule with coffee grinds, and the water passes through it, and then this happens. It's like a little it's like a little coffee shower. Since I folded those bags so nicely, I'm taking out all the other bags and I'm going to force myself to fold them nicely, or anyway, organize stuff, because this looks organized, but it isn't. Well, it doesn't look organized, but this looks organized, right? This is not. People, let's get in. Let's get physical. I'm going to sit on the floor in the kitchen and fold them, listening to a podcast, drinking coffee, all at the same time. People, this is too many bags. No one needs this many Ikea bags, or, yeah, those are also Ikea bags. Oh, God. People, so I've been working all day on this and it looks even worse. Damn it. So people, often I've been thinking, since I cook all my own food and I always follow a recipe, I always get these leftovers or things I haven't used, like, what do I do with this sort of beetroot? I used one and I got 10 left. Then I realised, why not make juice? So I've juiced. These are carrots, celery, mint, and beetroot. Yes, I've got a juicer. I got 2 juicers. I bought them second hand. People, since last you saw me, I have installed this snake-like thing that goes around the curtain rod and down. And look, that's a specific light bulb for plants. So hopefully, because this is one giant fucking tomato plant, that's sort of, it's too late. It won't get enough sun now. I don't know when I planted it, but I mean, like April or March. And it took this long for it to sort of sprout like a beanstalk. Okay, people, it's time to do today's dinner, which is peanut casserole with butternut squash. And we'll be using this. It's just, throwing stuff into a pan, so I'm not going to show you, but this is the ingredients. 3 deciliters of peanuts. Yes, sounds a lot, right? 2 onions, 1 butternut squash, quartered? No. Oh, in pieces anyway. Paprika, bean mix, crushed tomatoes, a lot of garlic. It calls for 5 cloves of garlic, but I got more because they are so small. 1 chili, and this black cabbage. Have you ever tried it? I haven't. So that's that.
Black cabbage is a type of Italian cabbage most commonly known as Tuscan cabbage, Cavollo nero or lacinato kale. It is also known by the fun names of dinosaur kale and palm tree cabbage. Unlike traditional rounded cabbage, this variety has long stems and curly leaves that are dark green, almost black in color, hence its name.
And as I've told some of you before, the best thing to start cook, I think, is if you sort of make mise en place, which is you prepare everything in advance. So like you chop up everything and peel and measure up stuff so that you don't have to start running around doing stuff when you actually start cooking. Mise en place. That's Swedish for French. Words meaning put in place, I think. Okay, so here's a plot twist. You're supposed to put the peanut, water, garlic, and the chili in the mixer. What this thing here? Mixer? Is it a mixer? Yes, I think so. Isn't it? Well, and this was rather interesting, right? So people, the casserole has been bubbling for 50 minutes, and now I'm just going to add that black cabbage before I'm serving it, and I already prepared these lunch boxes. People, I give you my dinner. Peanut casserole with butternut squash and rice somewhere. This recipe made a lot of it. I can't eat. I mean, there's more than 4 portions here. Okay, people, I just want to tell you, this is so good. This is really, really, really good. Mainly because I'm really hungry, but also delicious. So I will definitely be making this again. The peanut and the butternut squash is sort of this is so tasty. I can totally recommend it. Latest issue of Fika magazine, or just ask me and I will send you the recipe, because I'm that kind of kind person. Bon appétit.